Hey folks, welcome. Here we discuss real stories by real people. Today we have the story of a man who finds out his wife has been having an affair with her personal trainer. Let's see how it goes. Story 1. My wife and I have been together for about 12 years. We've always had a very happy relationship, and with happiness, weight gain tends to come with it. This was true for our relationship. When we met, neither of us was exactly fit, but we were healthy. Fast forward to now, we're both rather chubby, getting dangerously close to fat. As we're also getting older, we mutually decided that we wanted to lose a few pounds by changing our eating habits and working out. So we created a food plan and joined a gym. My wife opted to get a personal trainer. I didn't because I didn't want to spend that kind of money. And I didn't want to be restricted to going to the gym at the same time every day. Anyway, we both have been making a lot of progress. However, my wife has been more successful than me. Honestly, the personal trainer is probably a large part of this, but she's always been more dedicated and driven than me. I'm honestly having a harder time with the diet as I'm a snacker. She can apparently live without junk food very easily, while I am seriously struggling. At this point, we're about 10 weeks into our diet. She has lost about half of her goal weight, while I have lost probably a third of my goal weight. My wife has also been addicted to the gym for the past month or so. I didn't think that she's with her trainer every time she goes to the gym, because I would have noticed the increase in the cost of our membership. Turns out I was wrong, and she was in fact meeting her personal trainer both for regularly scheduled sessions and for extra sessions. I found this information out when I went to the gym during my lunch break to meet my wife for a quick workout. She casually mentioned the approximate time she would be going. I thought it would be a nice surprise and a fun way for us to reconnect, as we had been a bit off lately. When I arrived at the gym, she was not there. The gym has a sign-in roster, and I noticed her name had been on it. But she signed in and out in a span of about 15 minutes. I questioned the receptionist about this because I was worried she had injured herself or something. She was aware I'm her husband and felt it was okay to share information. She informed me that my wife was there and was perfectly fine, but had left with her personal trainer. Obviously, the receptionist was aware of where they went, but I was very confident they were not working out together. My wife and I have each other's locations shared for safety reasons, and sure enough, when I checked hers, she was in an apartment complex near the gym. None of our friends or family live in the area, so I knew exactly what was going on. I thought about it for a while on my way home, but decided not to confront her about it, at least not yet. I sat on this information for about a week and didn't do anything about it until yesterday. So yesterday, I decided to go to the gym during her scheduled session with the trainer. I didn't acknowledge her, I just went in there and started my workout. She didn't notice me for even a second. She was too focused on her trainer. The two of them were flirting harder than they were working out. I did my best to hold my composure and just focus on what I was doing. Eventually, they made their way to the area I was working out in. And they couldn't ignore my presence if they tried. The area was just way too small. She looked at me, white as a ghost. She absolutely knew that I knew. I asked how her workout was going, and she responded with a bit of a stutter, "Good." I asked if she was sure and when she would be wrapping up so the two of us could go home. The personal trainer interjected and asked why she would go home with me. I responded by stating that I'm her husband and we live together, as well as share a marital bed. He looked stunned and asked if this was true. My wife confirms, but also admits that she felt she deserved someone better because she had been working so hard to make herself more attractive. That statement is what hurt me the most. I understand attraction can fade, but my wife now felt she was simply better than me because of our appearances. We got home about the same time, and I calmly told her to pack up whatever she needed for the weekend and threw her out of the house. After she left, I immediately went to a bar and hooked up with the most attractive person who was interested. I then texted my wife about what I had just done. She has yet to respond. Update. My wife has finally responded regarding my angry retaliation. She claims she was never intimate with her trainer in the way that I was with my bar hookup. I don't believe her even for a second. She knows that I'm going to contact a divorce lawyer and serve her papers ASAP. She's begging me not to, requesting we try couples therapy, marriage counseling, anything to keep us together. I'm not interested. Thankfully, we have no children tying us together, just the dog, but I plan on taking him with me. I've decided to allow her to come retrieve the rest of her belongings, but she will not be sleeping in this house, my house, ever again. I'm sorry your marriage ended this way, OP. You and your STBXW were on the right part. You two wanted to get healthy together, but unfortunately, after your STBXW achieved her goals, she became vain. What you did after confronting her was petty, but it's understandable. Her comment really got to you, and you wanted to prove her wrong. Divorce her, that's pretty much all you two can do. There's no saving your marriage, and I doubt either of you is even willing to put in the effort it takes. Story 2. I'm a 34-year-old guy married for the past 8 years and have 2 kids, 7 years old and a 1-year-old. And I just found out that my wife cheated on me. I started suspecting her from a year now after the birth of our daughter. She started wanting to go out and live her life. She's been doing that while pregnant and couldn't even wait to jump at it again, no matter I gave her my full trust and freedom of choice. She started asking to go to her girlfriend as a visit in Greece. I got her all the papers and everything, but she didn't get the visa and blamed me for it. During this time, she already supposedly went to another country with her girlfriends, supposedly. I found out later otherwise. This is the beginning of my gut being flipping all over and alarms ringing for something wrong. Last month, we went with our son to another country. I started noticing things that are not normal and started digging around. During the trip, she would lose our son because she's texting on her phone. What I found out when I dug around is the following. 1. The first trip to country A was with a guy, not any girls. 2. They went on a second trip that he helped procure a visa for to Hungary. 3. They went on another trip at the beginning of the year to Dubai that she told me is a bargain trip, and that the hotel is all paid for by someone at her work, and all she has to pay is the ticket. I believed her. 4. She went to London on a supposed job training and was with him again. 5. I found notes that indicate he dumped her and she was trying to get him back. 6. 2 months ago, she was very depressed, and that's when I think they broke up. 7. I found texts between her and her best friend about him and that she used me as a teasing point to piss him off once. 8. I found fake accounts later on that she's controlling to get info about him. 9. I found his Facebook connected on her phone. 10. During all this year, not one photo was shared by her for any trip. 11. She changed all her passwords that I know, even her phone's lock codes, even though I never bothered to look at them. You will ask how I got all this info. I'm a technical guy, so I know my way around the tech. So I hacked his account and found photos of him at the same time and places she has been. I hacked her account and found all the check-ins on his profile matching the time she was traveling. I found a photo that she used to make us believe she was with a girl in the first trip, and then found photos of him during the same trip with the same lady in the same outfit. She claims she was with their sister and their family, but I suspect that she doesn't even know the sister at all. When I faced her with all these details, she denied at first talking to him. Sorry, I forget to mention a flirt message from him to her that I caught by mistake. She kept denying. When I pressured with evidences, she confessed talking to him but kept defiant to the whole idea of infidelity. Then I pressed more with her phone, and the notes I found inside, she confessed talking to him after a big scene. But nothing more happened between them, which I cannot believe. Her girlfriends are from the bad type and are all immersed in cheating their husbands. She used to go out till 12 a.m. and up to 2 a.m. at night and claim she was with them, and I was stupid enough to believe that. She swore that she would stop talking to him in our kids' lives, but I cannot trust her anymore. She swore before that there's nothing between her and any other man. Even after all the evidence, she still denies having an affair with him. Even she swore on our innocent kids. I have no one to speak to of this. I told her father about the situation gradually because he has a heart condition, and I love him as my own and don't want him to be affected. Till this day, she denies it. And due to a work-related trip, she had to go to Italy, but this time I made sure it is work-related. She extended a few days, and I think she's expecting him to follow her. My current situation is very bad. I don't eat, I drink every night, and I cannot look at her. I told her that I forgive her but will not forget. She's still not making an effort to fix things. On the contrary, she's trying to make things go back to normal as if nothing has happened. I don't want to break the marriage because of the kids, and that I don't want her father to have a heart attack. I don't know what to do. I need closure. Divorce is hard technically as well as due to the area we live in. She's trying to show me she loves me, but I don't believe her. I thought of a revenge affair but cannot do it because I know it's wrong. I'm lost. I wish I could cry, but the tears are not coming. I'm tracing all her online movements and found out that she's still trying to hide things from me. She changed her email password again, not knowing that I know, and even the MRFer's Facebook page is deleted. Everything's being erased by her to make sure I find nothing anymore. She doesn't know I have everything under surveillance. This is my story, and I don't know what to do or believe. Did she have a physical relationship with him? I believe yes, even when she swore by our kids' lives. I'm tearing apart trying to remain strong. Should I get a divorce, or should I try to work it out? She's far away, and I don't believe anything she says. I lost over 7 kg, and I was already skinny. I don't eat, cannot think of anything else. I'm suspecting everything. I cannot work or do anything. What should I do? It's been a month now on a roller coaster and she's in another country. Please advise me. I still love her. I love her more than anything in this whole world, but it's killing me. I only sleep with the help of something. Update. So here's the latest update on things. She promised me on her final trip to come clean and open everything for me to see. Less going out and, to be honest, and transparent. And during the whole time away, she kept calling me constantly and telling me sweet words, and everything someone needs to hear. She came back home and, as if nothing was said, I found a note scraped upon her notepad. After deciphering it, I found out it was a letter to OM saying that this is the first time in her life she's going to talk to him and put her dignity aside. When I faced her, she claimed it was for me, but she didn't feel like finishing it. Of course, it was a big fat lie as usual. We had another huge fight again, and then cooled down. From then, it was a roller coaster ride. She wanted to go out again. She started at first telling me with whom and not where. Then she stopped telling me with whom. One time after an outing, she made a huge fight why I checked her friend's Snapchat story and took a screenshot of their picture with her and insulted. I couldn't take it anymore. I started shouting on the phone, and when I got home, I called her father to come over and check his daughter behavior. In my country, parents have the ultimate sway over their kids no matter if they're married adults. If we get a divorce, she'll go back to living with them, not separately. She swore that there was nothing between her and anyone and promised to behave. Didn't last one day. The next day, she went out with her friend, who I found out had the direct effect of introducing her to OM. I played it cool. She came back and hugged me afterwards. She kept going out again and not caring what I felt or her promises that she didn't keep any of them. Long story short, 2 days ago she started at it again. I blew up like a volcano and said the harshest words she could hear. I wanted to make her feel the pain I have. We stayed at it for 2 days. Before yesterday, we went to her parents for her sister's birthday and we fought on the way again. She kept insulting me and I returned the favor. And she kept threatening suicide, which all just for bull. She was afraid of what I'm going to do in front of her family when we arrived. I kept it civil and didn't do a thing. And agreed with her that during the drive home, she will speak of everything. She did that. Yesterday, I went out with a business friend, guys hangout. She stayed at home alone. I put on a movie for her so that she doesn't get bored and everything before I left. Today, she started one of the biggest fights and insults I received. I ignored her, and that made her more frustrated. She's using this method to secure going out later in the day. I know this trend by now. I kept quiet all the time she talked and ignored her till now and all her texts and everything. She just wants to switch the guilt on me to feel better, as she's feeling powerless at the moment. Don't know what I will do when I see her later after work. I'm very tired, and apparently there's a huge part about OM that she wants to stay hidden, and she's sensing that I'm gaining more truth every day. Already started divorce proceedings. Any advice? I'm very tired. Please be positive. I have enough negativity in my life at the moment, thanks. This sounds like torture, OP. You need to end this, like now. Your relationship with your wife has turned so toxic, and I don't think there's any hope for you two anymore. She says she wants to keep her marriage, but she still doesn't want to let go of her AP. She's never going to change. Do yourself a favor and let her go. You deserve the peace of mind that comes from having a loyal partner. Serve her the divorce papers and let this all end.